Hey everybody, Tim Rayburn here with
Don't use my name. Just say Tim.
Tim.
Thank you.
Because people will look you up on LinkedIn.
Yes.
Then they'll see that you have a shitty podcast.
I don't need that.
With an even better co-host than you.
But then they'll be like, let's hire that guy.
Yeah. He must know engineering.
Right. Why would he be hanging out with this Tim guy? He has no other redeemable qualities about him.
He's ugly.
Oh. No,
anyway. ... with
Tim
and Scott. What an intro.
That was good. And today
we're going to talk about one of my favorite addictions I have. No, it's not marijuana. It's not cigarettes. It's not alcohol.
It's not ladies.
It's not women. It's not men.
It's not pain.
It's not my addiction to pain and everything. It's gambling.
Gambling. Oh.
The addiction, the coolest addiction there is.
It is.
Because you can become a billionaire basically overnight.
Never happened, but.
If you play your cards right.
And if you play them wrong.
If you play them wrong, you're basically broke and you look like an asshole and you got nothing to show for it.
Right. And if you play them right, you could still be broke and looking like an asshole and nothing to show for it.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's the worst.
That's
when
the
you
beauty
do everything right.
Mm-hmm.
And then what happens? You lose anyway.
Story of your life.
That is the story of my gambling journey so far. But I hope we turn it around soon.
That's every gambler's dream.
Yeah, another $10.
Someday another $10 is gonna turn this
just
all
blow
around.
at my feet, and I'll take that, build a bankroll, and be off to my $1 billion.
Mm-hmm.
But until that day comes, we have to do this podcast, Scott.
Yep.
And here we go. I have a story for you to get going here. This happened to me this week. You ready for it?
I'm ready.
I call it the $10 take back. I hope I didn't give away too much there by that. But now here's what happened. I went out with Maddie, producer Maddie.
Yep.
We had a drink.
All right.
And then, we were having a few drinks at a bar called Maiden Lane.
Yep.
Quite the establishment. Not really for you. It's not really for your kind.
A little too uppity.
Yeah. They'd be like, if you walked in, they'd be like,
sir, you need shoes.
Yeah, sir, the garbage is over there if you'd like to take it out.
If you'd like to take off your shoes and put them in the garbage.
Yeah.
And you can use our restaurant shoes. It's like when they give you the blazer when you don't have a blazer. It's like, sir, your paper bag is not going to work as shoes.
Right.
We have some shoes for you.
Yeah. What size?
What size do you need?
Right. Yeah, it's one of those places.
Mm-hmm.
So we had a few drinks there, and then we're talking. I'm like, oh, you want to go to Fog? Because you know me. Once I have one drink, I want to keep the train.
Keep the party going.
Going until you can't.
Remember.
Life in general. Exactly. Thanks for knowing me, buddy. So I go to Fog, and then before we get there, the server is talking to us. Oh, you guys are going to Fog? Hope they don't have a cover. I'm like, oh, yeah, they always charge cover. Because they always have some band or something going on. So you walk in on like a Saturday night, and you're just like, oh, I'll just hop in here for a nice drink because it's a nice bar. It's a fun bar to have a drink at. Yeah. But they're always like, oh, it's $15. We actually have a German techno band in.
Is that what it was?
With heavy metal influence.
There you go. That's you right there.
Yeah.
Especially you going to high school in Germany.
I didn't want that.
You're probably going to raves until 9 a.m., then hopping over to homeroom.
No, but
that's how I pictured it.
Well, at times, but I wasn't a rave kid. It was a different time then, Scott.
Your classmates were. And then
yeah, they smoked. Actually made me more reserved, I think, because I was scared of them. Mm-hmm. I was like, God damn, they're smoking at the age of 13? This place is fucking nuts. Anyway, yeah, so it's a Thursday night, though, and it's like 11 p.m.
Yeah.
So why would we get charged a cover at this hour? So we walk there. We go into Fog. There's no cover. We order a drink, 2 drinks from the bartender. He doesn't mention a cover. There's no mention.
Nice.
And then we sit down in the corner. We start drinking the drinks we ordered. And there's like people doing something on the stage, setting something up. Mm-hmm. But it's 11:30 p.m. I didn't think much of it. And the bartender comes over. He's like, hey, there's a cover. It's like 15 minutes later.
Yep.
And then he just kind of stands there. He blocks my escape route. And he has a pitcher.
So he's blocking the door.
He has an empty pitcher. And he like kind of slams it on the table near him. Like he does one of these. There's a cover. And he kind of just like stands and looks away. Because, you know, he probably doesn't want to be like fucking gouging people for cover.
Yeah.
But it's his
He's
way
like
of...
so ashamed he can't even look at you
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah, basically. And this guy has a look. He's kind of he would be, he has like he's like a bigger guy, like tall and burly.
Yep.
And I paid for Maddie too, because she's a broke bitch.
I mean, she's a woman. She can't afford it.
I paid for your drink at Fog,
That's
you
true.
asshole.
Okay, right.
Well, that's
Maddie, the allure of the show. People need to think I'm a big spender over here. Stop it.
You are a big spender.
Thank you, Scott. Let's get back to mystique, Maddie. Don't break the fourth wall like that. All right. Anyway, so then I would give the money.
Yeah.
And I give an American 20 because I had nothing else. And he gives me a Canadian 10 back. So I'm
Gave
already
him
in the hole. Like,
$15.
yeah.
Gave an American 20. Wow.
Wow. All right. And then we're sitting there. And then I'm like, they're just setting up this band. They got like so many instruments. They got an old man. Anytime an old guy's in the band, you know, it's like, oh, this is definitely not type of music I know. Because that means they had to go find somebody to play something. You know, when there's an old guy with young guys,
Yeah.
it's a weird mix. So they're setting up a bongo, a cello, a fucking like
I've seen these
keyboard.
guys. I'm not
I don't
even
even
lying.
know what they are. Well, have you heard them? Because we didn't even hear them. They're just setting up cables.
They're very cable oriented, that band.
Yeah, and then they went outside and smoked for like 20 minutes. And we finished our drinks or whatever. And we were like, all right, it's time to leave. But luckily, the intimidating bartender switched to like a older woman guarding the door.
An approachable older woman.
I go up to her. First, I'm like, we should get this $10 back. And Maddie's like, do it. I'm like, oh, I was just saying that to be like, you know, try to posture.
To act like I was going to stand up for myself.
Yeah, I was actually.
I had no intention of.
Exactly. You get me, Scott.
Hey, I'm with you there.
I was just going to complain to you about it for the remainder of the evening
Yeah.
and be like, you know what? I should go back and get that.
Make
And
it
just
her
keep-
problem, not
Yeah,
yours.
exactly. And just keep saying, no, I'm going to go back and get. So I have to go up there and get it. And Maddie doesn't even like, I thought she was going to go first, but she made me walk in front of her to do it. So we're leaving. And I got to be like, hey, can I get that $10 back? And she was like, what? I was like, well, we paid cover, but we're not watching the band. And then she was like, and you're never coming back? And I was like, I'm never coming back.
Never.
And then I had to be like, wow, that was harsh what I said there. And I had to redo it and say like, not never, just never tonight. I'll definitely be back to this establishment. It's a lovely place.
Just never tonight.
Night, yeah. So then, because I didn't want to take too big of a stand.
I mean, she took the stand for you. She's like, so you're never?
Well, I think she said not coming back.
Oh.
And then I said, I'm never coming back.
No, never.
Like as if I was writing a Google review about this. So she gave me the $10 back, but it was $10 Canadian. Then I left and I still felt like just shame. Like it was just a bad thing.
Yeah, so we left and he just kept complaining about it anyway,
Oh,
which
Yeah.
was
okay.
what I was
That's-
trying to avoid.
That's
Oh.
classic Tim.
Oh,
Bob.
let's not pretend like you were trying to manipulate the situation. Anyway, you ready to talk about gambling?
I'm ready. You know, I'm glad you got that $10 back because you lose a lot of money playing poker with us.
I'm going to
So-
fucking kill you
I'm just
because that is fucking bullshit. And fucking fuck you. That
Uh-huh.
is so out of line, I got to say.
Is it?
To the point where I think that that's the only reason you invite me to play poker with you and your friends.
I mean, it's like dead money on the table. Like, how can we not invite you?
Fuck you.
I mean, I'm happy to raise you $10 every time and then get you to fold at the river no matter what. Like, that's just like, I'm happy to do that.
What do you mean you're happy to do that? That's not
I'm
what
just-
happens.
I'm just joking.
And also, I don't think you're the one winning the money off of me. It's usually Will.
Yeah.
Will takes me to the cleaners because I always think he's lying.
He is a liar.
Yeah, and then and then for some reason I just don't pick up on the signs like, oh, this guy who chases every time and then usually folds because he's lying most of the time has all of a sudden bet $30.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, well, he's probably still lying
Yeah.
for whatever reason. I don't know why.
And you got king high.
Yeah.
You can call.
And I know. I'm like, Will's a big fucking liar.
Yeah.
And for some reason, he's posturing with $30. I'm just going to call this. I got a king high.
Yeah. Like, this is Will, like, every flop. Say it's Will and me in the hand, or Will and a couple others.
Yeah.
The flop comes, it's like 7, 8, 8.
Yeah.
He'll go like, whoa. Wow. Check.
That's actually what he does.
He like every flop, no matter what. It could be
I
like
haven't picked up on that.
he like limps in, he just calls, and then the flop's like ace, ace, deuce. He's like, whoa, that helps me. Whoa.
But what reason?
Is it on me? Okay. Check.
What are you picking up? What are you getting at here?
I'm basically getting at he's like annoying to play with at times because he's.
I
just
thought you were
like-
trying to tell me his tells, but he does this all the time.
I
no
mean,
matter
his
what.
tells are that he's anything he
Betting.
says out loud, he's lying about.
Yeah, and he's betting a ridiculous sum out of nowhere. He has something.
Probably.
Like,
yeah.
there's no way. That's why I fucking hate this. And then I was just, fuck you, though, for making me feel bad. That's why I thought we were just like, I thought I was becoming friends with you. That's how hurtful this guy is.
I mean, you are.
I could just give you money to hang out with me then.
I'm down. Like, if you want to just like give me money and like watch me play poker, like that actually would be even better. Like, 'cause then I don't have to try and get it off of you. Like, you can just give it to me.
Don't take it. You take it off me at times, but it's always like, I don't really think you defeat me that badly all the time.
No.
It's usually Will that fucks me. Or Kevin fucks me sometimes.
Yeah.
But I say you rarely fuck me because I just like avoid you for one. And then also like I feel like if you're betting, you play more straight up.
Yeah.
Where I'm not thinking you're like
Constantly fibbing.
Although like sometimes you like bet, you're like a wild man at times. You'll go in with like 5-6 suited and like stuff like that. And just like, so it's a little odd sometimes. You like your suited connector.
Poker's definitely changed my life, though.
Yeah,
I'm like not even joking. Like,
yeah, I see that. Is that the big change? Because you seem like a more angrier guy now. You seem a little more like fuck you, that guy. You a little more street savvy. A little more. You're not going to take much gruff from people. You drink more now.
Might have been poker because
You're looking for love, which doesn't really go along with everything. I don't know how that fits in, but
yeah,
you're not
because you get a lot of despair in poker too.
yeah. So you
And
need
then when you lose, you're
love.
like, fuck, I just need a hug.
Yeah. There is a lot of despair every time I play with you, fucks.
Yeah.
And Will wins. Because Will shouldn't win. Can we agree on that?
Yeah,
Will should not be winning.
I agree with you.
Will is not that good, right?
I'm with you.
Ah.
Because he plays too many hands,
He plays way too many hands.
which gets him in far too much trouble.
But it works. He always has a huge stack because I'm a sucker. I'm such a sucker. God. Right?
I don't know. Maybe you're just like you're like Charlie Brown, like when Lucy and then he's like Lucy, like, come on, kick the football, bud, kick the football. And then
I'm like,
when
I'll kick it.
when he pulls the football away, that's like him raising $30 at the river.
And I'm like, call.
But I mean, my poker journey. I want to start from the beginning.
Let's start from the beginning. So it's changed your life. Tell us a little bit about how it's changed your life.
COVID hit.
Yes.
That's when I started playing on the computer and stuff.
Right.
Because I had a lot of free time.
You just picked it up out of nowhere? Because you were a big cribbage guy.
I was huge on cribbage.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't giving me the thrill enough of losing money.
Right.
So I was like,
wow, what a
how
thrill.
can I-
And it's kind of fun to tell people you lost. I lost $130. And then you'd be like, it happens. And everybody
Yeah.
laughs at you. And
yeah,
it's kind of fun.
there's a little bit of fun.
It's a little
there.
like pity. It's fun that way.
Pity fun.
Pity fun, yeah.
So as COVID starts, I start playing Poker Stars.
Yeah.
So I start with, small deposits. I probably deposit like $20 or $50. And then I'm playing with that. I'm playing like 1 cent, 2 cent cash games
Yep.
on PokerStars. And, I did that for a long time. And I
Yeah.
always...
Months. I remember there's months at a time.
Months. I was doing that for months and months. And, like, there was probably... I would lose it all.
But
There's plenty of times where, like, I would deposit $50, $100, lose it all.
in the 1 cent, 2 cent cash game.
Yeah, and then... But you always... This is me. I always overstep my bounds.
Oh.
Where it's like, you know what? I'm going to take a chance. Play a game that's out of my league. Oh, and I lose it all.
Oh, like the 5 cent, 10 cents.
Yeah, you just move up once.
You're like, let me see if I'm ready for the big show.
Yeah.
The 5 cent, 10 cents.
And then you just get in over your head. You're like, hey, let's risk it all in a coin flip. Hey, I lost.
That's how I fucking
That's
do
how
it.
it always goes.
Yeah. So
And
you're
then-
struggling. You're
and
a
then
struggling
I was
man.
Struggling, for sure.
In the
Then
shed. You're
in the shed. I'm in my
on
shed
your phone.
outside. No girlfriend, no nothing.
Nothing.
Lose it all, no hugs. You're basically just sitting there in your pity.
No job.
No job, so when you lose, you don't have, well, at least, I didn't lose everything that I worked for. I didn't work for nothing, so
Right.
I'm losing my savings, basically.
Right.
And then, this goes on for a while, and then I was working a cash job.
Nice.
And so then when I was losing in PokerStars and stuff, deposit from my bank, which
Yeah.
just keeps dwindling down. Because of my cash job, I wasn't putting that money in the bank. I was just holding
Oh.
on to it.
How much did you lose in this time period?
It's hard to say.
Like
I've
thousands?
probably lost like 1,000.
In 1 cent, 2 cents?
In no.
Tournament
Because in
fees?
tournaments and stuff, and because in 1 cent, 2 cent, your buy-in's like $2.
Right.
So it would take a while to
Right.
lose like
It's just when you get a little
$1,000,
too big for your britches.
Yeah, when you get your britches a little too full of.
But the 1 cent, 2 cents must be just shitty players anyway. So you're probably not like.
I mean, it is more shitty players. Yeah.
So it must be odd to play against because they're probably not gonna. Your strategy against them won't help you in the big leagues.
It's hard to get folds when a big raise is 12 cents.
Yeah. Yeah. So just playing straight up.
You're basically gotta hope you're playing kids in the Philippines that can't afford to put 12 cents on the table or something. You know what I mean?
This is probably a week's paycheck
any other
for
guy.
you.
Any other guy's fucking 20 cents, call.
Yeah.
I'm
Found
not a
that in the
bum.
couch.
And I have that mindset too sometimes where it's I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
20 cents.
20 cents.
And then boom, $1,000 later.
But you were playing up basically.
Yeah. And then I started to play tournaments.
Now
Which I never understood, and I always thought it was a dumb idea because I was fucking cash games, you get your rewards right away.
Right.
You win, you lose, you lose.
Right.
Then with tournaments, I was thinking fuck, 1,000 people, how are we gonna get first?
Right.
It's basically probably impossible.
Right.
And then only one guy's getting first.
Right. And only one guy gets second.
Yeah.
Phew.
And then a big motivator for me was I played this $5 tournament, and I got
I think I recall this.
I got 13th or 14th.
Yeah.
That
and
was
then you made $900.
And I made $100.
Oh, okay.
But it was a big confidence boost.
And now, how long into your poker journey was this tournament? 6 months?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
So
probably
you were
6
just
months.
struggling in the shed. No love. No nothing.
Yeah.
No hope.
Winning 12 cents at a time,
Time.
losing 200. You know
Yeah.
how it goes.
Right.
12 cents up, 200 down.
Right. And then you enter this tournament.
Yeah, and then so
You
that
come out on top with
getting
100
14th
bucks.
made me feel really good because I'm
paying
whoa, there was
off.
1,000 people in here. Finished 14th. That's actually
That's pretty good.
pretty close to first.
Yeah. 1-4.
And then
Get rid of the 4.
and then as time goes on, I up my stakes. I lose it all. I deposit again, up my stakes, lose it all. The cycle of hell.
Right.
I like to call it.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll pause. We're gonna enter the cycle of hell when we get back.
Great. Wow. I can't wait for the cycle of hell. But before we go to break, make sure to follow us on Instagram, .. with Tim and Scott, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also .. with Tim and Scott, spelled out with the dots, DOT.
DOT. Do not put 3 periods
Right.
and expect to get there.
And I have definitely done that and failed to find it several times. I'm learning, though.
All right, we'll be right back, buddy.
With the cycle of hell. If you have trouble with gambling,
Please call the gambling helpline.
We don't have one available for you, but you can just Google gambling.
Either call that or the suicide hotline because it's going to be one or the other.
Right. You'll
Let's be
find
honest.
it.
You'll find
they
it.
have each other's numbers. they'll refer you to the right place.
Hey, and if you can't find either one of those numbers, call Caesars Windsor and just set up a gambling appointment.
Right. That's
and
all.
just win it all back.
Yes. And
We're back to the cycle of hell. Chasing your gambling losses. So I'm in my cycle of hell here, chasing my gambling losses.
Right, you're
as
sweating.
we all are.
You're falling apart in life, you know.
Yep.
Letting yourself go.
And then I'm taking you back to about a year ago.
Whoa. Around
This was last
So
June.
2021.
2021, June or July.
So we're already a
2021.
year and a half into your gambling journey.
Crisis. Yes.
Well, your journey.
My journey.
Your poker
My
journey.
Journey.
So you won the tournament 6 months in, then you're playing these tournaments.
No, I got like 14th.
Yeah, okay, you got 14.
That was my win.
Right, but that's what I meant.
Yeah.
So you won that 6 months in, but now we're a year ahead somehow. So you're just playing tournaments?
Yeah, eventually I get on the tournament train
You
and I
do
get like
well,
hooked where I'm
you're
like,
good.
fuck, I tournaments are awesome. Like I
Right.
can $5 to $1 million. You know, that's your mindset. You're
Right.
basically thinking like turn my $10 to 10 million.
That's how you think. That is how I think. Like when I played in Vegas and I won $100,
Yeah.
I was like,
Time to retire.
wow, you know what? I'm just going to play poker at the casino every now and then. It'll be like my side hustle. Just make
Yeah.
a cool 30 grand a year there and couple that with my career. Wow, what a sweet life.
Nothing can go wrong.
Yeah, what a
Like-
sweet life I'll have.
Aces never get cracked and life's good.
Yeah, exactly.
And so I'll take it. So about a year ago,
Right.
I'm playing on the computer online outside of my house.
In the shed.
No, this is just outside of the shed.
Oh,
Pure
you're
outside.
just standing in the outdoors with a laptop?
Yeah, at the table, sitting down.
Right.
And
Like a gentleman.
yeah. And I play this tournament, I get third. And then I forget what the buy-in was, but it was like
This must be the big one you told me
this was a
about.
big win for me where it was like a couple $1,000,
Right.
which was huge because
Yes,
I
I
never
recall
had
this.
that much in my bankroll and I'd probably never put in that much. So I was like up.
You finally covered your
I
poker
finally
losses.
and left the cycle of hell. I'm starting to see like the pearly whites of heaven. Like
So we're out of the cycle of hell already?
not yet.
Oh,
Like
okay.
hell always circles back.
Oh, okay. It's a cycle.
And so I get third, which I was like pumped about.
Right.
And then another week or so goes by,
Yeah.
and I got third in another tournament.
I recall this hot streak.
It was like within a week or two.
Right. I recall this.
I was like the king.
And I was like, this is me. So are you going to take us all out? Are you going to celebrate in any
Yeah.
way?
And then in my mind, I'm thinking
You're
like,
fuck you,
I'm-
Tim.
I still have to fucking chase and chase.
You're like, I
Not
can't
really,
be
but-
taking you out for things. I've
Yeah.
been going, you don't know what it took to get here.
Yeah.
I've been playing the penny games
Yeah.
so long, lost thousands of dollars.
Like the guy who lives in the shack next to my house there,
Greg?
like he plays slots and stuff at
Yeah.
the fucking local Bell River Tavern.
Oh, wow.
He wants to like give me money to play poker like on his and my behalf, where it's like if he were to give me $25, then I play a $50 game
He stakes
and then
you.
we like split it.
But like, it's not even you have $50 to play with $50.
Who, me?
Yeah,
Or-
like you could like that. Him
Yeah.
giving you money doesn't make any sense if it's only $50 because you're gonna sit there for the same amount of time.
yeah.
You're gonna. I guess you would lose theoretically $50, but
Yeah. But like I'm definitely not down to do that because like
just takes away from your efforts.
takes away from my effort, like, and then like if I do win big, it's like
Fuck,
he
I
didn't
gotta-
deserve
You
it,
gotta give him half of it.
you know. And it's not like random because you are playing a game, like,
Right.
based on like decisions and stuff.
Yeah,
So it's not like I just randomly won or anything.
Right.
Like,
But anyway, back to the tournament. So you get 2 big tournaments in a row. Boom, boom. You
Boom,
won
boom.
them.
no, I got third.
Third.
But,
still
like,
big.
third
Still
was
big
huge,
prizes. Yeah.
And then so now I'm like on top of the world.
Yeah. You're like,
Where
let
it's
me
like
just
I got
move.
like thousands in my bankroll.
Yeah. You've covered your losses from the pennies.
Cover my losses from penny play.
Yeah.
And then it goes as quick as it comes.
Isn't that?
Where I didn't lose at all, but like you lose. I've definitely lost a couple thousand where you just play like a $50 game, you lose. And then you just are chasing. And then there's these things called satellites where they're
Sure.
like qualifying tournaments where it's like you could play, say, like a $20 game to get to like a $200 game.
Right.
And then I got like hooked on those where it's like, oh yeah, like it's all about the big game.
Right.
But then you don't want to buy into these games because it's so easy to lose that when you buy in just for like a huge amount, it's can go so quick. So it's better to play like these qualifiers, the satellites,
Gotcha.
to try and get to these bigger games.
Right. Than to just play the big
Then
game.
to just play the big games because
Right.
most people in tournaments aren't winning. It's like the majority lose.
Right.
So yeah, I think I lost like a couple thousand from those 2/3.
Yeah.
And then I was like, fuck. And then
How
I took
quickly did it go?
not like crazy
How
quickly.
many tournaments are you playing a week? Like one
It
a
was hard
week,
to say
2 a
because
week?
like they
'Cause you're
go.
unemployed. I forgot about
I was on and then it goes like you could be in one for like half an hour,
that. Right.
or you could be in
And
one
you
for
just
like
go
8 hours.
Oh my god, another one.
Yeah. Oh, there's another one.
Satellites.
Let's rejoin this
A
one.
lot of satellites.
I got a good feeling about this
Oh,
one.
you buy back into it?
Yeah, you can buy back in, and the journey never sleeps.
That's true.
And then
The journey never sleeps. That's not a quote. That sounds stupid.
it's a quote now. I
Could be on
quoted it.
That's something that could be on a bumper sticker, but it
Wouldn't make sense.
yeah,
anyway.
it doesn't make any sense. I'd read that and be like, what the fuck does that mean? Let me just speed up to the bumper and really read that good. I'll have to Google this. Who said this? Oh, Scott? Nah.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
some bum.
Yeah. Oh, don't put yourself down like that, Scott. You're doing great now.
Yep.
The journey.
Anyway, so I lose a couple thousand, and then I'm like, fuck, like, and then I take out like 1,000 or 1,500.
Whoa.
Because I'm thinking like I don't want to lose it all here.
So
like-
stop yourself. Gamble responsibly.
Yeah, and then I left myself. I forget how much I left in there, like roughly 1,000 or something.
So you're like, Scott, if you can't make it with this 1,000, you don't belong here.
yeah.
This is it.
But
That's
then then you play those big there's these $55 games.
Like,
and
so it's like a
things
cash
go quick.
game.
No, tournaments.
Oh, tournament, yeah.
But they go quick. Like if you lose like 3 of those games,
You're down like
you're down like 150 right there, and then
Yeah.
boom, 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 and it goes real quick.
yeah, that's what I was thinking when I played with you guys. I'm like, oh, I lost $50. And at the time I'm like, whatever. But then I'm like thinking about it. I'm adding it up in my head over the weeks and it's just like, oh fuck.
Yeah,
Probably lost like $600 to fucking bums.
yeah,
You know what I mean? To fucking Will.
yeah.
Hey, can I get a beer off you? That guy? The guy, he's like, the cards are coming, he's telling stories to people.
Oh, it's so
Oh
annoying.
my god. This guy, that's who I'm losing to?
This is me playing poker with Will. Will, it's your big blind. Will, it's your action.
This is where the anger comes.
Will, it's your small blind. No, Will, we're not ready to see the card yet. You have to collar check. No, it's actually not even your turn. No, technically your hand is dead. Let's have an argument over whether your hand should be dead. Yep. Nope. It's not your. Nope. It's your. Like he'll never play when it's his
Ooh, ooh.
turn,
Wait.
and he'll always play out of turn.
Right. Can you make that like a tickety talk and just have when you play poker with your random friend or whatever? That could be a good TikTok. It will
Playing
be
poker
famous.
with Will.
Well,
They're
nobody.
probably all named Will.
Yeah.
All these guys that play like that.
Yeah. Well, we'll think of it later. Sorry to interrupt.
And then we were at the casino. He's doing like.
Was
It's
he
a-
out of
it's a
turn?
little
It
ba-
goes so quick at a casino, especially if you have an Asian dealer not being raped, not trying to.
Hey, but they're trained well. those
I'm
Asian
basing this off
dealers.
of 2 data points I had. They're just
Yeah.
They just go quick. And then they're like, what's up, what's up, what's up? And then they're flipping shit. It's so quick at a casino because you don't have Will talking about how he called his girlfriend earlier that day and
Yeah.
he's thinking about buying a truck. Like, you don't have any of that shit.
Yeah.
It's just quick.
That's why I'm thinking the best people to play poker with is like people you have absolutely nothing in common with, and no desire to even talk to. Because then you just get right to the action.
Why would you talk at a poker table? It's not the place for talking. I hate that. Just let's go.
Just like
just
let's
the
see
niceties, like maybe like, how are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh, good, okay. Like, you interact. You talk about the hand that just happened. Oh, that was a tough one. Like something like that. But let's not get into like
Anything.
yeah, like 3 lines max, and then you're done that section of conversation.
I'm with you there.
Yeah.
So I lose a couple thousand. I take out like 1,000, 1,500. I forget.
Wow, you're going back.
And then I left myself like 1,000 to work with.
In your savings?
In my
in
my
your
Poker
poker.
Stars
Yeah,
bankroll.
But that goes quick
That goes quick.
because you got the $55 satellites.
And then I basically whittled that down to like where I'm just like a regular bum again. Where it's like just like we're back at square one. Here we are.
Right.
And then time keeps going on though.
As it always does.
And I'm back in the cycle
Such
of hell.
poeticness there.
Yeah.
As we all know, time keeps going.
In case you guys forgot, time
Yeah.
keeps going on.
Like sands through the hourglass.
Yep.
Well, I guess that would stop, but
And then it's hard to say. I should have like wrote down all these stuff in like a diary as it
no, it'd
happened.
be great if you prepared for this podcast every now and then.
No,
It
I
would
needed
really
to prepare
help
for
us.
this years
Oh, right. Yeah.
over the years.
Yeah.
'Cause
There's always a good time to start now. You're still in your naissance of your poker journey.
That's true.
Probably in the big scheme
hey,
of things.
every poker player's gone broke.
At least once.
I actually probably believe that too. Like
Wow, why
every
wouldn't you?
pro is probably like gone broke.
What am I going to do? What am I going to tell the wife?
Yeah.
So anyway, that was my third wife. Like that. They
Yeah.
just lose wives.
Yeah. As you lose your bankroll, you
Yeah.
lose a wife.
Yeah.
And then
And you probably need to develop a drug habit at some point.
it
That's
goes really
coming.
good.
That's probably
Those
coming
mix those mix well.
That's coming in your poker journey.
Because then your inhibitions are completely withered away. You don't
Right.
really care about losing because you got drugs.
Yeah. And the high of gambling no longer outdoes the high of drugs. So you have to gamble way harder and more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there is definitely like a thing too where it's like when I was playing 1 cent, 2 cent, I was completely content.
Yeah.
Like, but then as time goes on, it's like, fuck, I'm not getting any thrill out of this.
Right.
Like, I gotta lose at least $50 to feel something here.
I'm dead inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then a couple months ago, I won this like $22 tournament.
A satellite.
Wait, yeah. So wait, I want to even bring this back to a few months before that.
Oh wow.
I played
It's like a Tarantino movie.
Yeah, keep the track here. I won like a $4.40 tournament.
Okay.
Where like I actually won it.
What an idiot savant, can I just say? Like, how are you remembering all the... So it's a $4.42 tournament that I won. Like,
Yeah.
you remember everything to, like, the penny, essentially.
Yeah.
So you entered a $4.40 tournament.
Yeah, and it was like, and I won it, which was huge because like I'd never won a tournament.
Right.
There's like 1,000 people. I actually take first.
Wow.
Which actually felt
I
pretty
recall you
good.
telling me about this as
And
well.
it was like a $600 win or something.
Nice. That's a hefty win.
Which is good from $4 to $600. You know?
Yeah.
That's a good
It's pretty good.
good jump.
Yeah.
And so that was like a nice boost for me. Good bankroll jump starter.
Right.
After, you know, having a jump start, losing it,
Right.
now trying to get jump started all over again.
Yeah.
Hook up the fucking jumper cables to my battery here. Boom, boom, boom.
Boom. We're rolling.
And then I was rolling then. But then, you know, once you get a little bit in your bankroll, now I start playing games that I
Get a little
shouldn't
fast
be.
and loose.
So then I play like a $22 tournament. And then I won that,
Right.
which was like a $3,000 win,
Right.
which was huge.
Yeah.
Like,
Damn. Fucking Scott, you could afford to pay for some equipment now and then, it seems.
I'm still in the cycle of hell.
Oh,
like,
right. Yeah. You let
can't-
us know. Take your time.
I'll let
we
you
want to
know.
support you on your journey
Yeah.
of gambling.
I'll let you know when I can drop
Yeah.
like $20, $25 to you to help out around here. But I have to put all that money towards gambling.
Right. You're right. That's fair.
just the way it is.
Yeah, I see it. Hey, you're improving.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then when I won, that $22 one, I won it in the shed on my phone.
How exciting.
And it was at like 3-4 in the morning when it finished. And I was pumped.
But that's the loneliness of the journey.
Yeah.
You're alone in a shed at 4 a.m. going, probably like this. Give us your
My
excitement.
reenactment of how I won. When I actually won, I just went like, it wasn't anything crazy.
Yes.
I just went like, yeah, let's go.
Oh, you said let's go?
Yeah.
God,
I'm
you're a fucking loser.
I'm by myself. I'm just giving myself fist pumps like, yeah.
Do you do things? Because sometimes when I'm like by myself and I do something good, I just fist pump inanimate objects. So I'd be like, yeah, coffee cup. All right, we got them.
Yeah.
Like that. Did you do that? Fist pump
No,
a rake?
I didn't do that.
Okay, you're not crazy.
And then
And neither am I. Maddie, edit that out.
I even remember the hand that like I won with.
Yeah, give it
Where
to
it was
us.
like at this time we're just heads up, me and one guy left.
Right.
And we were pretty evenly stacked. I forget, but we battled for a bit. And then I had like queen 3 of clubs. But then like when you're just the two of you,
Yeah,
you
that's
have
like
to
a
play
decent,
more
right.
questionable hands.
Because it's questionable what he has. But when
because
there's
like
8,
he's gonna take advantage of you if I'm just folding
yeah,
like
well, it makes sense because there's
too
not
much.
8 hands on the table. So most likely,
yeah.
you know, the chances of him having a higher quality hand also go down because there's only 2 hands. There's only 4 cards in the play at the moment.
Yeah. And then the hand I won, it was like queen 3 of clubs. And then I forget total. I think I like flopped a flush draw, and then with my 3, I was like open ended.
Nice, and
And
that's
then
your
I
favorite. You love a flush draw open ended, as we learned.
I do love that.
You hit that hard.
Can't get me off of that.
What'd you check 3-bet?
I forget, to be honest, but like
good.
we get it in, and I forget what even hit to give me the win.
So you got it
but-
all in, and boom.
and we take it down with queen 3.
Yes, let's go.
Yeah.
Yes.
But getting
Were
the
you all like sweaty and you couldn't go to the bathroom for a while? Like, was it like that?
well, there's like a 5-minute break once an hour,
Oh, okay.
so there's that. But
Does your internet connection ever go out and you're like, fuck?
yeah, that's actually very stressful.
You're like, come back,
You're like,
come back. Shit, buffering.
And then after I won that, I'm basically on top of the world again.
I saw you walking a little taller.
Walking a little taller, a little
When
brighter.
was this? This was like before Christmas?
No, this was after. This was like a couple
in
months ago.
2022. Whoa.
This is a couple months ago, yeah.
March.
And then about a month ago,
Yeah.
I did one of those satellites, the qualifiers.
The satellites of love, I call them.
Mm-hmm. And I fell in love this night.
What?
To 100 and like the game was to $162. That was the buy-in.
Wow, that's a
And then
big satellite.
I spent like 33 to get there.
Oh, you got
That
to
was
the
like
big,
my
the big show.
I got the big show was
dance.
162,
Yeah, but you
I
got
spent
it in
30
for free.
and then I got second in this game,
Whoa, the big
which was
show.
huge because
So do you win anything off the satellite? Any money? Any cash prizes? Or is
you
it just
don't.
entry?
You just get your entry.
So you have to get to a certain
if you
level?
get like say if there's 8 seats to move on, sometimes they'll give money to like the guy in like 9th or 10th.
Oh, the satellite is just like 8 players, and then the top 2 go on or something.
Yeah, or it can be like 60 players and the top like 8 move on.
Oh, okay.
Something like that.
Yeah, but there's no cash prize.
Yeah, they'll give a cash prize to like people that didn't make the cut but came very close.
Oh,
to,
like
say like
you
9th
just
or
get
10th.
your money back.
Yeah, or like a couple bucks more.
Right.
But yeah, and then I won like the 162. I got second in that
The big dance.
in the big dance, and then my bankroll was over 5,000,
Wow.
which was huge. You know,
Sounds like you could start helping out around here.
I mean, I wish it was sounded like that,
But
but as the cycle moves on.
And then not only are you making $5,000, now you're up $5,000 in total in your poker life, just online, because you've been taking money off those friend cash games for a while now.
I've been like consistently winning there too.
Yeah,
which
so
is nice.
have you been keeping track of those winnings?
I haven't been keeping track. No.
Yeah, you really should get like a little tracker for yourself.
I think I could.
Maybe
yeah.
a notebook.
I don't
of
want to
sorts.
jinx anything though either.
How would that be a
I'm
jinx?
very superstitious.
How
too.
would that be a jinx?
Because then once I start keeping track, then I'm gonna have to track my losses, which I don't want to do that.
Yeah, you want to live in
No
like
gambler wants to keep track of their losses.
You're like, let's just not put that one in. That
No.
was birthday money. It doesn't count.
Losses don't count.
Yeah.
Can you get taxed on this money that you're winning?
You actually don't.
It's a fun thing with the government where you do it illegally online.
It's not even illegal. I'm pretty sure you don't get taxed with poker.
You definitely get taxed on all your income, including gambling.
I don't know in Canada.
I can bet you the government's getting their little piece of the action, Scott. They're not letting you take home $5,000.
You might want to look into this, Scott.
You might want to stop talking about this, Scott.
I probably, at the end of the day, won't ever look into it. And at the end of the day, I probably won't ever declare any of this.
Yeah, well, they
To the
probably
government?
don't care yet. But when if you become a millionaire, as you would like to do,
Inevitably.
they're gonna come looking like, "Hey, where did you get this money for a house?" And you'll be like, "Poker." And It'll be
Yeah.
like, "Well, you've been declaring that you're working a minimum wage job
Which
for the
I
last 10 years."
and yeah, and
okay.
I do.
So, would you like to pay us for that $1 million that you have?
I'd say no
And then they'll be like,
because
"But you have to."
I don't know about that.
You do, Scott.
I've heard that poker is not
Why?
taxed. in
Why would
Canada.
that be the one thing? Why would that be the one thing?
I mean,
Out of all the things the government could say, hey, maybe we won't tax somebody on their income, why would they choose poker, gambling,
yeah.
to be like, no, those are good guys. Just let them have their money. Why would they choose that
Well, I
over,
mean,
say,
they're
like a
not-
guy working like, I don't know, doing like electricity poles or something useful for society, not just
Yeah.
moving money. Like every time you win, somebody else is crumbling.
Yeah.
So it's you just
but the guy
pass-
who's crumbling, he's not getting supplemented from the government or anything. It's not like the government's
but I'm
helping
saying-
you with your losses. They just want 30% of your wins.
No. You'd probably get to declare you lost that on poker, and then it'd be your your revenue, which would be your wins minus the expenses, which would be your losses, and then whatever the difference is your income.
I don't know about that.
I'd be willing to
actually
bet
don't think-
I'll bet you $1 million
Hey,
right now.
You mentioning betting? I'm
I'm
down.
in.
I'm down. Let's take a break,
Break,
and then
and
when we
we're
get
gonna
back,
Google
let's
this.
flip a coin for $5 too.
Okay.
You know I'm jonesing to do
All this
this.
gambling talk's gotten me hard for gambling.
Let's just roll a dice. If it's odd, I'll give you $5.
Okay. And if it's even,
You give
we're
me-
even.
We're even.
Yes.
I'm down for that.
Yeah, okay.
I'm down.
All right.
Okay, we'll take a
and
break.
we'll be right back. Thank you, buddies.
Buddies.
Do you enjoy comedy? Well, do we have a show for you? Craftheads Brewery, every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Come on down and see Tim and Scott. Tell Tim and Scott sent you, and we might buy you a drink, depending on if Scott's there with money on his hands. He works a cash job, so you never know. But anyway, back to the show. And we're back. And it seems that I was correct. You too have to pay taxes on gambling. Scott, would you like to continue your story?
Anyway, so we did look it up,
No, we did.
and you have
I
to be a professional, exclusively professional gambler to pay
and
taxes.
you've thought of a loophole around this. You will never be professional because you will always hold.
a part-time job as a greeter at Walmart.
Right. And
matter
now
what.
when the government says,
When you
are you sure this is your profession, part-time greeter at Walmart, and not gambling?
I'll say, hell yeah, I'm trying to get to full-time.
So it's a career path.
I'll say, yeah.
Oh. And that will fool them.
We looked it up.
Like, how do they tax everything else in the world?
Just
like-
let me read the pair. If you don't play professionally, the question is, are poker winnings taxable in Canada? It says, if you don't play professionally, the answer is easy. You don't owe any taxes on your poker winnings.
Boom.
Boom. Lottery and gambling windfalls are not taxed in Canada because of the guiding principle that the gambling is done with after-tax dollars. See, that money's already been taxed.
But you invest in the stock market with after-tax dollars, and they still tax your gains on that. You buy a house with after-tax dollars, they don't tax your gains on that unless you buy it for commercial use, or if you rent it out, then they tax you on that. That's after-tax dollars.
That's true.
Like, why are they so friendly to fucking degenerate gamblers? Like, isn't that ridiculous?
Hey,
They're such fucks about everything except degenerate gambling. What is going on with this country, Scott?
Oh,
Canada, gamble how you choose.
Win or lose.
We'll never tax you.
Tim is a fish at poker. Anyway, I forget how
I
that's...
am not a fish, Scott. Let's play tonight. I'm coming. I'm going to bring my Miller High Lifes, and I'm going to fucking crush you guys.
What's a fish at poker?
It means I'm a sucker, a
fish
sap,
is like-
a schmuck, a schmo.
Yeah.
A
It's
guy
a-
who shows up just gives the money to the table, and they act like they're all friendly with you and stuff. Hey, Tim's here. Oh, my God. How is...
Actually, you know what? I take that back. You're not a fish. You're a whale.
What the fuck does that even mean?
You're like the biggest fish you could possibly think of.
I barely buy in for anything. I only buy in again when you guys are like, come on, don't go.
Come on.
And I thought that was because you liked my company. And
Tim.
apparently it was not.
Tim, borrow $40 off of me so you can keep... You know what, Tim? I raised you $40.
Fuck this. I hate you guys. Like, fuck you guys for making me feel like just such a schmuck, a schmo, a fish,
A whale.
a whale. You call me fat?
It's a fat joke, yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Anyway, so with my poker journey, I got second at 162. That brought my bankroll to like just over 5,000,
Gotcha, yep.
which felt really good.
Felt nice.
Then that was about maybe a month ago at the most, and haven't had any big wins since then. Like right now, my bankroll is at like 3,300.
Nice.
So I have lost.
1,700.
But the thing is, though, one of the Will was over at my house like a couple weeks ago,
yeah.
and I was just observing the highest stakes game that was going on Poker Stars.
Right.
Where like I wasn't playing, I was
You're
just like
watching.
I was just watching, so I couldn't see anybody's hands or anything.
Yeah.
But I was just like watching them. But then like it is my fault. I did subdue to peer pressure,
You entered the highest
and
stakes
I
game.
entered it, or it was
Will peer pressured you. That looks like that's Will's specialty. He's like a bigger guy. He's probably more. He's like a fun of life type of guy. He's probably like, come on,
like he's like looking at my bankroll, like you can afford it.
You're doing great.
And then
He's a
it
good
was
hype
like
guy.
it was like I think the blinds were like 5-10 or something, or two. It was like something where I had
That's
no,
the highest stakes
no
game.
business.
5-10.
That was at the time.
Yeah.
that people
okay.
were playing.
Yeah.
So I lost like 400 like that
Yeah. It
just
goes
at
quick.
that time right then.
Yeah.
Which
you're in
like
for
was
10.
so dumb of me.
If the big blind's 10, that means like the minimum raise off that is what?
Like $20.
And then like, people typically go like 4 times the big blind or 3.
yeah. So like that was like really stupid of me.
Ah, well, whatever. What if you won? Then you'd be a hero. You'd be telling us. You'd be like, I got 20,000. It's not taxable.
Yeah.
Wow, Tim, you work so hard for all your money, and I'm just a fucking gambling schmo.
Gambling degenerate.
Yeah.
Oh, an ace! Yeah.
And I get to keep it all.
Yeah. But yeah, right now though, if I just reset my whole, right, sometimes you just gotta go through a reset. Close your eyes forget the past,
Yep.
forget the future, just reset in the
Well,
present.
how can you forget the future?
Forget about the future.
Oh,
Future's
forget about
done.
it. Don't
Future's
even think
over.
about it.
All you got is the present.
Doesn't even exist.
Fuck the future.
The past no longer exists. The future no longer exists.
So
The
with
only thing
my reset,
is now.
I mean, I got a good reset marker.
This is such a gambling guy's shirt too.
It
Just like
is.
3 buttons undone, oversized, like has a collar. Like you just look like a fucking guy
doesn't
who gambled.
fit. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So right now my poker journey's
It's
doing
comfortable.
pretty good. I mean, I've had wins, I've had
Had losses. So you're coming back down to hell.
Yeah, right now I'm
cycle.
working my way back down to hell.
Yeah.
Trying to, stay away from hell though. And the only way I got to do that is with bankroll management.
Right.
Cuz
You're pretty good at that. Although he did buy me a drink last weekend at Craftheads for the first time ever.
He got one for me too.
Whoa.
I had to bully him into it, but
Yeah.
he still bought me a drink.
Like you peer pressure me enough, I'll spend $400
You
on
you
Poker
offered.
Stars.
You
Yeah.
offered me.
Yeah, well,
I didn't have to peer pressure anything. It was such a nice thing you did. I was like, whoa.
no, I had to peer pressure him because
Yeah.
you got a drink, and I went, well, if Tim's getting a drink.
There you go. You got to treat everybody well, Scott.
I nearly bought everybody a drink that night.
Yeah.
Nearly went broke.
Yeah. Anyway.
So what's your poker journey like, Tim?
Okay, so about a year ago, Scott invites me to play poker. And I go. I go to play poker in Will's garage.
Yeah.
Nice garage. We have a fun time. I won $10.
That was unbelievable.
And I all just based on your advice of like folding anything lower than a jack 10. Around there.
Uh-huh.
I was just like, all right, I'll just do that. And like nobody knew me. So I bullied people around a little. I was just sprinkling cash around sometimes. Getting a lot of these punk ass bitches off.
I remember you raising $3 and us being like,
whoa.
holy
Hey
fuck, this guy ain't
now.
joking.
Yeah. But now I do that all the time. You guys have gotten used to it.
Call.
Yeah. Fuck off.
I got 5 deuce of clubs. Call.
Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, why? I don't get why they enter. Anyway, so let's
Give me
get
5 deuce.
So then I went back the next week. I think I broke even. And then the week after that fucking golf guy came. Remember that fucking guy? He's just all talking and laughing and telling all these weird stories about his golf country club. He was checking out 18-year-olds,
Yeah.
getting them to shine his clubs right,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Talking to them about porn stars.
Yeah.
These are all stories he told.
I mean,
And he's laughing and
it was
lying
an
about them.
electrifying night.
It was. And then Conor McGregor broke his leg that night.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, I digress. So that one, I was kind of like, okay, I lost $40 or whatever. Maybe. I don't even know if that's how much I lost. It was painful, whatever I lost. I was like, oh, I can't be doing this.
Yeah.
And then, so I didn't play for a while. I had other things to do. Was working on stuff, And then around, this year, around
The beginning of 22.
February I played. I got broken up with.
Yeah.
I think that was the first time I went over to play. I got broken up with, and I went over to play.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I was in my cycle of hell.
Yeah.
I came down in the cycle. And then I started playing with you guys, but you guys had already known my powerful ways,
We know your tricks now.
my tricks and stuff. So you guys just started calling things, and I just kept losing to fucking Will. I got to get over this Will. Can't get over it. That's my poker journey.
Yeah.
And I bought a book that I read. I didn't really read it. I just
Jonathan
sporadically read parts of it, depending on what I'm trying to learn.
Poker players will know who Jonathan Little is.
Yeah, sure.
Maddie won't, but others will.
Maddie, do you know?
She won't know him.
The only poker player I know is
Let me guess. Daniel
Phil
Negreanu.
Lively. Oh.
because of the compilations on YouTube of him losing his shit.
Does
That's
he
the
lose
same
his
guy.
shit?
That's that
no,
guy,
Phil
right?
Hellmuth.
Phil Hellmuth?
Oh, it's Phil. I
Phil
know. Okay, I
Hellmuth.
know Daniel from a different thing because
Yeah.
he did a chess tournament
Oh,
on
yeah,
Twitch.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But Phil,
Phil
I know
Hellmuth.
because of the YouTube
The poker
compilations.
brat.
Yeah, because he's always losing his shit. Which
Yeah.
I want to... I want to
You're
yell
like-
at Will all
you're
the
like
time.
him.
Because it's so fucking annoying. I get why he's so fucking annoyed all the time.
Yeah.
Because, why are you in this hand, Will and Chris? Why are you here?
That is how Phil Hellmuth takes it too, where
It's like,
this is my impression of Phil Hellmuth and you eventually.
well, don't put.
This is my Phil Hellmuth impression.
Yeah, so I don't have to take offense to whatever
like
voice
this.
you do.
Cards all come. He sees what the other guy has. Queen 10. He called me with Queen 10. Honey. He calls his wife over. Honey, he had Queen 10. These clown players. Oh my God. Oh my. Queen 10. Yeah, that's about it right there.
And scene.
Scene.
Yeah, you ended like like as if somebody said cut. Yeah, that's it right there. I think I got it one take.
But that's like you though, where
It's so fucking annoying, but
you see
it'll
what
be
I
like,
have. You're like,
no,
5
you.
deuce.
I get why you go in with things. I get what you're doing.
You do.
Yeah, I see when you flip your cards, I'm like, okay, that makes sense. That's a little riskier than I would play.
Yeah.
But that's Scott. He's a seasoned guy. He takes a few risks now and then.
Yeah.
You know? Like even times when, like, I think last time we played, I had you beat, and then you had some fucking ridiculous, like, you just called. We were all 3-betting crap. We all had like aces and queens and crap, and you had like 9-10 suited, and you just called, and then somehow you won. Like, I don't know why you were even in that fucking thing.
9-10 suited. I'm probably never folding, to be honest.
It's like a funny, like, you do shit like that. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So then I started losing. And I'm in my cycle of hell. I started losing, and I call people. I always think they're bluffing, or I always think I can bully them off of it. But you're not going to get the old D-man off it, the D-Berg.
No.
He always has something. He's a straight-up shooter.
D-Berg, it's like the types of players. D-Berg's a type of player where if he raises you,
you know he got something.
He's got it.
And Will is the type of player, like, if he raises you on the river, just, if you have it, call. If you don't, then fold, because he has something. That's, I don't know how else to play that guy. Like, you just have to go with it. And if he shows any sign of strength, you got to leave.
Maybe. Like, I don't know. I've can go back and forth on Will.
That's why it's so confusing to play that guy.
But you need a little something to call him with. It can't just be like ace high. Ace high usually.
Yeah, I get that.
Unless if you do have ace high, you almost got to go for the re-raise, so you're not trying to take it down with your showdown value.
Right.
You got to get him to fold his deuce.
Yeah, early.
So when you flip it over,
but sometimes he's sitting there. If you see, like, all right, if the flop comes, and you see it's 3-3-6, you know he has a 3, and you know he has a 6 somehow.
Yeah.
Somehow that always fucking happens, and it's so annoying.
Here's something that Will does that burns him 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, because then he loses it all eventually. It's just not to me. It's to somebody else at the table.
What he does is he'll have, say if he has aces or kings, and then the 50-cent blind, he'll make it $1.
Yeah.
And then everybody's calling.
Yeah.
And then somebody's out flopping him.
Right.
Because it was only 50 cents more.
Right.
And he thinks it's sneaky to be like, just a small raise.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You want to see cheap flops.
Yeah.
If you have, the suited connectors and shit.
Yeah.
So, like, doing that is useless.
Yeah. And then with me, I play my hands slightly more like face up, where, like, if I have aces or kings, like, I'll raise it pretty big.
Right.
Because I don't want, like, shittier hands.
That's what I was trying to do, but then I couldn't get. So that's how I got suckered into a lot of things, because I couldn't get rid of the 2 doofuses. Not that Will's a doofus.
Will and Chris?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that I like them both, actually. But you know what I mean? They were just always with. I'm like, I'm getting rid of everybody else, but they're just with me. So I'm just like, well, fuck.
Yeah.
Because now
they're
I got 2
calling
people.
you with, like, Jack 4 diamonds.
Yeah, and then they're, like, hitting something, and then it's just like, well, this sucks.
I'm with you there.
Yeah, it's
the flop
so
ain't
annoying.
your friend.
Flop ain't my friend.
No.
But yeah, that's my poker journey. I think I've started to lose more because you guys start doing this to me. I cut myself off. I only bring a certain amount of cash to, like, make sure I don't, like, if I lose it all, I, like, don't have an out to get more. And then you guys go, no, just borrow some from Scott. You somehow always have extra cash on you.
Yeah.
And then I don't want to go because I like the social interaction, because I'm lonely.
Yeah.
I'm in this house by myself. You know, now that my ladies left me
Yeah.
months ago,
Got
6 months ago,
nothing,
4
really?
months ago now. Yeah.
Yeah.
To start my poker journey. You know, I got nothing going on. I got no friends. Me and Maddie go for a drink, but I know she's just using me.
Yeah.
She was lonely that night. She never cares about, she never checks in on me.
Just a couple of lonely people going out.
She just wanted to get out of the house.
Fill.
I was like her last choice.
You don't check on me either.
I check in. I've been
When?
messaging you.
When do you check in?
Oh, it's a different Maddie. I've been messaging the wrong
Fuck.
Maddie.
My bad.
Oops. I'll start checking. I messaged you yesterday. I messaged everybody. I was like, hey, you guys want to go for a drink?
But me and Will went to the casino the other day.
Wait, we haven't finished my poker journey.
Oh,
Because then I went, so I was like, wow, I've been taking hot beats off these kids who know how I play and invite me, apparently, not to enjoy my company at all. They don't give a shit about me in any way. They just want my money.
Yeah. Just greedy, money hungry fucking
kids. Get me all high.
Yeah.
Get me all high and not thinking correct. Anyway, so then I go to Vegas. I'm like, well, I'm definitely going to play poker in Vegas. Like, just to I set it as a goal for myself. So then it became I have to do this thing, you know? Because I don't know about you, but in my life, I don't like trying new things by myself.
Yeah.
You know? So I was like, let's get over that barrier, you know? Let me go to a poker room. So I went the day before. I played, and I got the lay of the land at the MGM Grand, knew the path to take from my hotel over, talked to, I think her name was Megan. I almost got in a game right there. She's like, you want to play now? I'm like, no, Megan. Slow down, cowboy.
Yeah.
You know? I'm just here to just figure out where everything is, you know? And I asked her a bunch of questions. Then I came back the next day at a specific time. I forced myself to go, walked by it, came back around, talked to the guy. Then I had to sit at a table to wait to get in a game. Then a game started. And then it was firing so quick. There was like a dorky guy with headphones on who kind of looked like me in all fairness, but he was annoying as shit. That must be how it feels to hang out with me. But he seemed like he had been studying the game or some shit. He bought in for $600 when the buy-in was $100.
Yeah.
You know, and he started throwing his weight around, and it was a little intimidating. There was a guy with a hooded sweatshirt. He was intimidating. A British guy. There was an old man who he was the will. Just kept chasing things and failing. That's who I got my money off of there. It felt nice.
Yeah.
Then there was another guy from Florida. He got some money off me. He willed me on the end. He hit a flush or something on the last card. And then he bet big on the river. And then I was like, call? Got 2 pair.
Yeah.
I was like, why would you do that? He showed no strength.
Indestructible 2
He's
pair.
shown no fucking strength the whole time until the last card. So what do you think happened, Tim? And I'm just always like, oh, no, this guy's bluffing. 2 pair. I got 2 pair. Shut up. And then there was a guy who was just all-in guy, and he lost quickly.
Yeah.
But then the good news is I played for 3 hours. I came out with 100 big ones up.
That's huge.
100 big ones up. So my confidence was brimming. I was like, I knew I was doing things right. I knew Will's just an idiot. Will sucks. Tim rules. Will's an idiot.
Yeah.
Chris can go fuck himself too. I'm tired of Kevin.
Fuck D-Berg.
Fuck D-Berg. Fuck Kevin. I can do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm happy for
That's
you.
and then,
I'm hoping you bring that 100 to fucking when we play.
You know, I did, and you forgot I even showed up. In the last podcast, we discussed this, and you're like, you didn't even come. I was like, no, I was there, Scott. Thanks for enjoying my company. You don't appreciate my company there. You just want my money. But the good news is I only lost $10 last time, so it's an improvement.
That is.
It's an improvement.
That's
Because
nice,
I'm playing a little differently. I try to see cheap flops now. Get with the cheap flops. Play a little more Scott-like with the suited connectors, you know? If Will shows any strength, I'm folding, getting out of there,
Yeah.
you know? We'll see what happens.
That is good.
Yeah. And now all these tips where Will bets $1. You know, he has ace king. And if he doesn't bet $1, he has something fucking janky.
Yeah.
So you got to pay attention to the board. Fucking Will.
Another thing that just paying attention to how the hand plays out.
Yeah.
Something that I've
give it to
seen
me.
Will not do.
Yeah.
And hurt him because if I raise just remembering who raised pre-flop,
Yeah.
who called,
Yeah.
all this sort of stuff actually
And
adds
that's-
up. And then like
Just finish your thought, then I'll complain about Will again.
yeah, and then like we're at the river, and then say there's a bet or something. Will's trying to piece together what I could have or something. And he's like, "You could have just been on a draw." But then, like, if you actually just think about it, like, well, I raised pre-flop.
Right.
Like, it's not like I just automatically had a heart draw.
Right.
You know?
That makes sense.
Like, it's not, like, random here. Like, this isn't completely random.
And here's why it's hard to keep track of it at your game. First, you guys take a lot of smoke breaks and get high. And then I'm getting super high because you guys are, like, professional smokers. And you're not being taxed.
We don't even get high.
Yeah, you're like,
honest.
no, honestly, my headache's gone now. I can finally concentrate. That's you guys. And me, I'm like, what planet am I on right now? I'm like not in this game at all. High as shit. And then I got Will telling me stories. He loves to tell a story.
Yeah.
Which I enjoy too, because I thought, people appreciated my company. But no, apparently not. So I'm not even going to listen to his stupid stories anymore.
Me, I don't enjoy it because I'm there sitting there. Fuck, it's Will's action. He's got Tim in a story here. I'm just trying to get Tim's money. Fucking Will.
Why don't you just say you enjoy my... Why would you say that? That's so
Hey,
mean.
I enjoy your company.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
Your company.
You never want to come out for a drink with me and Maddie. We're always hanging. The one time. In the last week, we've hung once. You can come. How about we don't play poker tonight, Scott? Let's just all go for a nice walk.
Maybe.
Because I drank last night. I don't really want to drink again tonight.
Yeah.
Walk
it is.
one.
But yeah, so we went to the casino the other day.
Yeah, you and Will.
Me and Will.
Good guy. Wanted everybody to know, good guy.
Good guy.
Like Will in his stories.
Yeah.
Just it's annoying sometimes when he takes money off you and he's not doing the things correctly. It's so annoying. It's like when a coach yells at when a coach yells at a player who's like doing like a spinorama, not passing the puck, skates, and you're like, just fucking pass the puck. Just pass the fucking puck. And then he scores and you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It is like that.
It's just like, God, never going to get through this idiot. And then like the other 19 times he fails, but there's the one that keeps him going. And go ahead. So frustrating.
So yeah,
I'm in hell. I'm in my cycle of hell.
Poker is hell.
Probably down like $600 to you fucking assholes.
Well, I encourage you to come and make it back.
Yeah, I'll try.
But there's different types of players.
Yes.
Where we were playing the other day at the casino there, and this guy, he like first hand, he loses it all. His first hand.
The guy sat down and lost it all.
In the first hand.
He said all in.
Yeah, somebody else put them all in, and he called. And
what did he have?
I forget. He actually lost it to Will, and Will hit a flush on him.
Oh, fuck.
On the river.
Will must have been feeling so good.
Yeah, but then he lost it all. But
how does he do that? He's always up so much. Then by the end, he's always like, sometimes he's okay.
It's his loose play.
Yeah.
But this guy, he kept reacting like he would lose it all, and he'd be like, "Fuck, that's crazy." That was like his catchphrase.
Oh, really?
And
so he kept buying back in?
Yeah, he'd buy back in right away, and then he'd lose again. He's like, "Oh, that's crazy."
Bad beats tonight, right, guys?
That's crazy.
Lady Luck is not on my side.
And then another type of player is people that play. This is a lot of people. You could probably think of some of you might know. They play. Me? No, I'm not saying. They play like with their ego.
Oh.
This is like me dissecting poker a little more.
Can I whisper the guy in your ear? See if I guessed it?
It's Will.
Oh, it's Will. Okay.
Or a bunch of people do it. It's not just Will, he doesn't always do it. Or
right.
anything.
What's the ego thing?
I'm just like in the sense of like, because it can be a very emotional game, in my opinion. Here, this is like me dissecting it and stuff.
Well, yeah, it can
and
be.
like in the sense of like, there's like your sense of pride,
right,
or something.
Well, there's times when I'm like, oh shit, I bet and they called. That means I'm gonna have to flip these cards over, and everybody's gonna know I'm an idiot.
I mean, that doesn't really hurt me.
I'm just like, oh, they're gonna know I'm an idiot.
But in the sense of like getting raised taking things personal
Right.
in the game where it's like not. But
Oh,
that
like,
hurts
hey, why are you raising me, you dick? Like that?
Stuff like that, yeah. But like that almost always is gonna like hurt you for the bad.
Right.
Because then you're not like seeing things as clearly as you can be.
Right.
When you let like your
Ego
like
dictate. You got to be a
dictate
robot.
how you feel, how you play,
Right.
stuff like that. You
Yeah.
do almost have to be like a robot.
Yeah. Beep, boop, beep, beep, boop, boop, beep.
A little more robot-like, yeah.
Boop,
That's
boop.
why I'm so.
Beepity boop, boop.
That's why I'm doing good right now. Is because
You have
just
no
have no emotional
thoughts.
attachment.
You have no thoughts
no
in
thoughts,
your head.
no feelings, just
Nothing.
action.
Nothing. You're just thinking, oh, this is a nice shirt. I'm comfortable in this shirt.
But I definitely fall for it too. Where I
Never seen you get mad in your life. So
yeah, there you go.
still waiting for the day. I can't wait to just hit the right button at some point. Not really. I don't really want to do that sort of stuff these days.
Yeah.
But
I mean, here's something too that in online poker,
yeah.
because I have a lot more online experience than in person.
Right. Yeah.
Something that's probably
You know,
happened.
looking up children to have sex with.
Yeah. I
Oh,
say,
Maddie's going to edit that. Just edit that one. All right. Hurry up. We got to go, Scott.
here's something that's happened to me probably 100 times. I have ace queen.
Yeah.
Say some guy bets, I raise, another guy goes all in. I would bet my life
Yeah.
that he has ace king.
Right.
And I call, and he has ace king, and I lose.
Yeah. That
That
happens.
has happened to me.
Oh.
That has happened to me probably 150 times.
That's the worst when you put them on. Like that happened to me with your friend Kevin one time, or a few times actually, where I'll bet, then he'll 3-bet, and I'll be like, all right, well, I got queens, but the way he's betting, I know he has like aces. Like it just seems like, and then he does, and it's just like, fuck.
Yeah.
Why did I call that? I knew exactly what he had.
Yeah.
So frustrating.
I mean, I've done that with ace queen, ace king like way too many times.
Okay, we got
Where
time
it's-
for one more guy.
One more?
You have another guy?
Yeah, one more guy. I got it.
All
Where you're sitting at the poker table and he says, "Nice hand."
Oh, the nice
after,
hand guy.
After every
That's you. You're kind of the nice hand guy.
nice hand.
Yeah. Like, what does that even mean?
It just means like, hey, nice hand.
Nice work.
Tap the table a couple times. Hey,
I do like tapping things.
Nice hand.
I like a tap. Anyway, that is our episode for the week. Gambling. Remember, follow us on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. I forgot about that one.
Facebook.
Facebook.
Facebook is huge.
Am I missing any? No.
No.
And then that's about it.
On Spotify, iTunes,
Oh, Spotify,
wherever you
iTunes.
listen to your podcast.
Well, you're listening now, so just keep listening on whatever you're
Wherever you
listening
found
on
it now.
this is good, but tell a friend that they can listen to it on other things. Anyway, we got to go. It's been the ... with Tim and Scott. I'm Tim,
This is Scott. I gotta go gamble.
and have a good one, guys. Stay healthy.
Stay safe.
Stay cool.